Are they going?
Yeah, and then we can edit it later to get rid of the fluff.
Okay. Hello. Hi, Maggie. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
I'm doing good. So last week a couple weeks ago, we figured out that I'm going to be concluding in our relationship and our meetings. You have done really well, and you've been very committed to change, and I really appreciate that. I think we both can agree that this is the end of our meeting time because you've met all your goals, or most of your goals.
Right.
When we first started talking and meeting, you would say that you felt like you couldn't handle all this anymore. And that you're pregnant, that you had all these issues. How do you feel that you've done with that?
Well, I've kind of gotten a lot better, especially with your support and everything. And I really have a better outlook in my life these days now that I have gotten that support, and I feel a lot more hopeful, and I actually do want good things for my life and for my kids.
Yeah, I'm so glad. In our original meeting, we discussed the ways that we could help you, including finding steady employment, stable housing, guiding government assistance, including healthcare for you and your son and your baby. And I think also parenting resources. At first, I think you were a little hesitant, but you said you needed help, and it just took you a few meetings to open up.
Yeah, I'm a bit it's hard for me to open up a lot, especially with more professional settings.
Right.
But,
Yeah.
But you've done a really good job at making me feel comfortable.
It's all you. It's all the work that you're doing.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
You've worked very hard for change, and I have a lot of hope for you. Yeah, so you said you have a better outlook on your life and stuff. So.
Yeah.
So we're going to go over some goals that you had that we may or may not have met. I think we've met most of them. And so first goal was to find stable housing for you and your son, Mikey. You've gotten onto the Section 8 housing list, right?
I'm on the list, yeah. It's still a waiting period, and right now I'm still living with my parents and setting that kind of thing up, but I am on the waiting list to be able to get into that, so I'm optimistic about that working out.
Yeah, for sure. Section 8 is a really good resource, and there's a lot of different places that they offer, and they have all this stuff, so I hope that it comes soon. And you'll be staying with your parents in the meantime?
Yeah, I'm staying with my parents right now, and we're even setting up a little nursery just so for Mikey, because he can have his own little place or whatever that I can still check on him with and everything.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So I don't have to transition from there. So finding employment to support your family with. You got a job at Denny's.
Yeah, Denny's in Las Lunas, actually. It's a bit of a drive, but you know how it is. It's not too far or anything. I really feel like I can handle it, and I'm enjoying the work a lot itself.
Oh, good. So you feel productive.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so another goal. That's really awesome that you've done that. You're already taking initiative, taking steps toward doing better.
Yeah, it's making me feel a lot better. Just have that productivity of it all and everything. Have some kind of direction and knowing that I'm working towards better things.
Definitely, I appreciate that. So another thing was to get established with a primary care doctor for you and Mikey, and OBGYN for you and your baby.
Yeah, I was actually able to apply for Medicaid for both of us, and I'm actually now seeing an obstetrician for my current pregnancy, and I actually have my boy's going to be due in September, and his health's looking great, and everything's going well with that.
Oh, good, okay.
But yeah, I'm happy that the Medicaid and everything got approved and everything. I was a little bit concerned about that, but...
Do you have any names you've thought about?
No names so far.
Okay.
I have a few ideas, but I kind of want it to be a surprise when the baby's born.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That's so exciting. Okay, so one of the next ones is finding local parenting classes to participate with those. We did find a local parenting group in Belen, locally, near where you live. You said you've done about 3 meetings, right, and you're going to continue with those?
Yeah, I do plan on continuing with those. They've been a lot of help for me to have that support of other people who are just in that same kind of mentality and mindset, so we can like share our stories and just like talk and support each other like that.
Definitely, yeah, that's really awesome to have that.
Yeah, it's been a really big help.
Awesome, I'm glad, because I know you had said in our initial meeting and the meetings after that you were struggling with taking care of Mikey, you didn't know what to do, and I'm glad you have these resources that we can help you.
Yeah, it's helped a lot. I was kind of wary at first, but
right.
I'm really glad I decided to like actually go and then have like this continued support, especially when I'm going to continue going to those meetings.
Definitely, I'm sure Mikey will appreciate that too.
Yeah.
Some other ones we touched on briefly were finding support groups in the Los Lunas area for potential spiritual issues, mental health support, and substance abuse issues. You started attending a local Christian church, and we have found a new meaning in community, right?
Yeah. There's just a lot of people. I've always been a little bit religious myself, so that was like a good starting point for me. But yeah, just attending the church and like getting this like community and like even like making new friends and stuff. It's always good to have that like support system that I was like looking for a support system, but before I was just kind of like skeptical, just like would a support system really like do that much for me? But it's been more of a help than I was even anticipating. So I'm glad that like I'm just really glad.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad you kind of like went out on your own doing that. I didn't help you with that stuff, and I'm very impressed that you like when you got the support group, and then we'd help with the parenting group. But
with like the other like support groups and stuff, I like figured like, well, hey, I think this is really helping me, so I wanted to like actually continue like with that kind of avenue to like get more support and everything, because it ended up helping me quite a lot.
Definitely. Okay. Cool. So the last kind of goal we had talked about was figuring out child support for both of your children. This is something that you will likely need help with, and I can give you. Have you heard of legal aid before?
I have not.
It's like for low income people, and they it's like lawyers, and they help you like with legal issues and stuff.
Yeah.
I have Freddie Redding's number. I have it written down in my paper right here. I'll give it to you at the end.
Oh, thank you.
I'll leave you his card and his number.
And so would I just like call him up and like just explain like what exactly I need with like the child support for the children and everything?
Yeah, because you'll have to find the baby's dad and stuff like that. And I know you said that it was kind of like up in the air a little bit.
Yeah.
But if you can, we could just work. You guys can work on that. You and Freddie.
Right.
I can't help you out with that because of legal stuff.
Yeah.
But we're here still to support you if you need help.
Yeah, and I appreciate that.
Of course. So possible next steps. Maggie, you will have this baby.
Yeah.
You gotta have that baby. You can get back to work whenever you're able. It sounds like your parents can support you for right now.
Yeah.
You have the part-time job at dentist. You take time off, of course.
Yeah. That parental leave, that's always nice.
And you'll be preparing the nursery for your baby. Going to the meetings in Belen, keep going to church, and I know it's hot. It's a very hot summer.
Yeah.
Drink water. Don't go out as much. If you go out a lot, don't go out a lot. You're gonna get a heat stroke and die.
Yeah. I try to stay in shady areas when I do go out, but like I've just been really focused on my own life right now, so I don't really anticipate being like all crazy in the heat these days.
Oh, good. Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm glad. So what would you say your strengths are?
My strengths? Well, I feel like I've developed a lot more, like, over the course of, like, the support I've gotten, and I feel like I'm more open to, like, getting this connection with, like, other people, when before I was kind of wary about, like, if it could be, like, either not something helpful towards me or anything before, but I feel like through, like, actually like expanding my horizons and actually trying these things out, I feel like I've really gotten a strength with like just being able to rely on others for support or like help and like that just genuine connection type thing. And before I was a little bit more closed off out of like fear or just anxiety and everything with that, because like this has been a lot to deal with, but like just
and you're pregnant, and
yeah,
you have all this stuff.
Yeah, exactly. But like it's genuinely gotten a lot better. I'm a lot more like hopeful.
Oh, good. I'm so glad. Because I remember when we were first meeting, our first meeting, you were, you'd gone to the HSD, you kind of had to free go to the HSD, and then, you were going to your Aunt Jean's house a lot.
Yeah.
Are you going there much anymore?
I go there on occasion,
okay.
Just to like, because like she's still like, family and everything, but yeah.
But you're not like actively like over there all the time.
No.
I think that's a really big improvement because we know that she kind of, not a negative influence on you, but she had more like a, I don't know. You kind of what I mean? Like, you got that aura,
like, sometimes people, like, when you love them, you're just like, okay, I can't spend too much time around you. I really need to prioritize my own, like, mental health and, like, just my health in general and everything. And I realize that.
I'm glad, yeah. So I know she's a support for you, but so just, of course, tread lightly it. And you know that, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, you wrote me a poem?
Oh, yeah, in one of my support groups, we were, like, doing, like, poetry and stuff like that, just as kind of, like, an outlet, and I actually did write this little thing for you. You, of course, don't have to read it if you don't want.
I'll read
it. I just wanted to, like, give it to you to show just, like, how much I appreciate, like, your support and everything, and I know I made things a little bit hard for you at first, but I really am truly grateful for, like, everything you've done for me and, like, sticking with, like, helping me out and everything like that.
Of course, Maggie. Thank you so much.
Yeah. And that's it for you.
Wow. Thank you so much.
And this is the paper with the like legal like
Freddy's.
Yeah,
legal aid, Freddy's. And also I've included. So I said, I'll read the poem in a little bit.
Yeah.
For emergency contacts, we have our organization, and other organizations. My name is Danielle Sedlow. Serenity Recovery Center is here for you. Do you need our services again? This is on the paper is right there, Diane Glenn's number, and you can reach out to her if you need to talk to someone from our agency.
Right.
Right there's the New Mexico Crisis and Access line.
Right.
And that's for emergencies if you have suicidal or if something bad happens or you just need help.
Right.
Or even just someone to talk to, you can call them.
Yeah.
And then, of course, it says 911 right there. Of course, that's kind of self-explanatory.
Right. It'll definitely be good just to have these numbers and everything, just in case I do need them. I really appreciate. Yeah, and I appreciate them having them on file now and everything.
Of course, yeah. Yeah. Well. Nice meeting with you, Maggie.
Yeah, it's been so. I really do appreciate you for like everything you've done for me and
have that baby girl.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm so excited. Like I was a bit hesitant when Mikey because of everything going on, but I am really optimistic about like my second kid, and I really want to do what's best for them and myself and everything. But your support has just meant a lot to me.
Oh yeah, of course. I appreciated and was happy to work with you.
Yeah, I'm so happy.
You're very nice. Nice. Pleasant. At first, like I said, we were a little bit like button heads a little bit.
Yeah, but I suppose like in your line of work that happens sometimes. People are a bit like in the beginning, but like I bet most people when they like see like the support you can offer and when they get comfortable towards you, I bet that usually helps out.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. Well, thank you, Maggie.
Yeah, of course, and thank you so much for these numbers and everything. I really do appreciate everything you've done for me. And
You're welcome. I appreciate you, Maggie.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you stop it?